Hi, I'm Dana and today I'll be explaining about the basic eViews. First, I'll be explaining about data preparations, next descriptive statistics, and lastly, I will tell you how to plot the graphs using the data. So first you have to prepare the data. So you have to create an Excel file that contains the data. So this is just an example of the Excel file that contains the data. The first row of the file should be the names of the variables, and the second and remaining rows should contain the data. Variable names cannot start with a number, and it should be only written in English. Each column should contain the data for one variable only. For example, average online age. For this column, the data should be only related to the average online age. And for the cross-section data, the first column of the file should be containing an identification number. So here it should be numbers. However, if it's time series data, you have to write down the dates in the first column. For example, if it's annual data, here if you start with 1990, then you have to write 1990, 1991, 1992, 1993, and so on. For example, if it's quarterly data, you should write 1990 M1, 1990 M2, 1990 M3, and so on. M1 is the month, so January, February, March. And if the data set contains the missing data, you can leave the relevant cells of the Excel file as a blank, or you can write MA. Moving on to eViews. If I want to open the Excel file in the eViews, click File, Open, Foreign Data as Work File. And you will see the data here. For example, if I want to open Pilgrim Bank A, then I will click this and open. If the data is displayed correctly, click Finish. And you have to click No. Then you will see the work file here. This is called work file. And if you want to confirm the data, you can double-click the variable names and scroll to see the values of the variables. For example, if I want to check the data of age, then just double-click age. Then you will see the data of the age here. And if you want to save this data in eViews, you can click File and Save As. But since this is a student light version, we cannot save the data, so we will skip this. Let's say that this is a university version and we save the data in eViews, then we can recall the data here. We can click File, Open, and eViews work file. Then we can see eViews work file, and I'll just choose cocaine as an example, and you click Open. Then you will see the work file again. If you want to create a new variable here, you can click Quick, Generate Series, then you will have this screen here. The expression for the new variable that you are going to make should be imported. The form to define a new variable is new variable name equal mathematical expression. For example, if I want to name the new variable as example, then you have to write example equals quantity divided by price. Then you will click OK button here. Then you will have here new variable example on your work file. If I double click this example, you will see the work done here. So I will open price and quantity here. So I divided quantity with price. So here quantity would be 1000 and price would be 57. And the new work file, this shows the calculation of the division of 1000 and 57 here, which would be 17. Moving on to descriptive statistics. To calculate descriptive statistics for one or more variables, if you want to, for example, let's say price, quantity, quality, trend, if these are the variables that you want to calculate the statistics, you click those by pressing Control, click Quick, Group Statistics, Descriptive Statistics, Common Sample. And you will see this screen and click OK. Then you will have another screen here, and this screen shows mean, median, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, and so on. But if the sample sizes available for each variable differ, then use Quick, Group Statistics, Descriptive Statistics, and Individual Samples. Next, I will show you how to graph. If you want to graph the histogram of price, for example, then click Price and click View here and click Descriptive Statistics and Test. Then here, Histogram and Stats. Here is the histogram of the price. And if you want to graph another type of a graph, for example, if you want to include in the graph the price, quality, quantity, and trend, then you click price and click Control button and quality, quantity, trend. And then you click Quick and Graph and click OK. Then you will see this graph options here. For example, if you want to do a scatter plot, then click Scatter here. And if you want to add the regression line, you have to put regression line in fit lines. Then you click OK. This is the scatter plot, and there are regression lines here. So this is it, and thank you for listening.